That's what I gotta do every day. Well, not every day, but most days that I am recording. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Something for Every Nerd. I am going to bump up the game audio a smidgen. There we go. Okay, welcome back to Something for Every Nerd. I'm Noah, and today on the channel we have something very different and very special, something I've wanted to do for a while now. I've wanted to do a Mother's Day video where I brought my own mom into this, and now I've finally cornered her, and we've finally been able to do it. So without further ado, please welcome Mama Every Nerd, Mrs. Noah's mom. Mom? Just give it up for my mom. Anyways. Hi.
Hi.
How you feeling about this?
Well,
have regrets yet?
We'll see when I start playing the game.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to start playing the game first, or do you want me to go first?
I think you better go first and let me remember how to play.
Okay. So, which Crash are we doing? The original or 2 or 3?
Something easy.
I mean, the first level of the first one's always the easiest, but the second one has like I can't remember which level it is that we really like.
Oh, I don't know. You choose.
Let's start with the first one of the first one. Can't go wrong with the very beginning of the very beginning. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, it begins with A, B, C. When you sing, it begins with Do, Re, Mi. Alright, so let's get back to...
You obviously wouldn't have done well singing tonight on stage.
Oh, at the concert?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in a second here. Alright, so Insanity Beach. What a beach.
Oh no.
Collect 3 Aku Aku masks to become invincible. I think we know that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So anyways, I do have some topics for us to talk about, just so that we can pad this video with interesting commentary. And she has not seen the questions beforehand. I was typing them up while we were on our way back from said concert that we were at. But yeah, starting off this time of year is always interesting for us, isn't it? Because your birthday usually always either falls on or around Mother's Day. So incidentally, happy Mother's Day and happy birthday.
Thank you.
There's no surprise. I gave you your presents earlier.
Right.
Yeah, anyways.
Darn.
Yeah, sorry.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Not more presents?
Yeah, no, sorry. Your surprise is the... Okay, we're starting off that way. I'm supposed to be the one that's better than my mom. Theoretically. And speaking of theoretically, this one was always your favorite game. So why Crash Bandicoot? What was it about Crash Bandicoot that you just liked?
Shoes and eyeballs.
Just shoes and eyeballs?
Plus, a cute little boy got his autograph, or got an autograph from
I
Crash Bandicoot.
forgot about that!
Yes.
I forgot completely, because that was back when, I mean, it's still loosely owned by Universal.
Well, it is still owned by Universal, it just...
A Universal Interactive Studios production. But yeah, no, it was, oh god, what year was that? Was that the year that we bought the timeshare and rode in a limo?
I think so. I'm not positive.
Because I mean, that's how it sits in my mind. Because I'm just thinking like, you know, that day was like Cloud 9 for me. I got to ride in a limo. I got to meet Crash Bandicoot. I was at Universal Studios. You know, so it was like...
Geek Fest.
It was like, could this day get any better?
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, it wasn't worth it. Well, yeah, it's still that...
Yeah.
Wampa berries.
The Wampa fruit. But yeah, no, I totally forgot about that.
Yep.
totally forgot. Do we still have that picture somewhere?
I hope so, because I'll be brokenhearted if I don't. It might be downstairs in
In the basement?
box. Yeah.
Alright, do I try it?
Yeah.
I've never been able to do this.
Go for it.
But, yeah. Oh! There we go! Yeah! All the boxes, so no boxes drop on my head today. Yeah. So, yeah, so how long have you known me?
All your life.
Yeah, yeah. Any regrets?
There's a few.
Okay.
I have a few.
I pass it over to you now.
This is one of them.
This, this is one of them. So, yeah. So from your perspective, what was I like as a kid? Because I remember being a sweet, angelic little cherub, but I'm sure you have differing viewpoints on that.
You were a good kid most of the time. It's when you got to be a teenager that you did stupid things, like
Like stepping out of a moving vehicle.
tuck and roll.
Yeah, I did not tuck and roll. That was the issue there. You were definitely more upset than anyone out of that whole thing.
I got lost in the thingy there.
Careful. Yeah, so I was a dummy. My friends and I were joking around, and I stepped out of a moving vehicle and cracked my computer screen.
Whoa!
Oh. No, keep going. You gotta beat the level. I beat the level. Had nice road rash all up and down my arm and on my leg.
And I got to tell his cousins what kind of a silly person he was.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was back
And
when
his
we still
godfather.
had... Yeah, my godfather. Oh, well now you're doing the time trial. It just means I'm gonna have to beat your score, whatever you get.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta get that. It gives you 1 second more. Takes 1 second off your time. Well, that was a fast second.
Time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun. You know you can spin that jumpy box.
You know, I don't really remember what I'm doing.
Square spins. Yeah. And you can spin the crabs. You don't just have to jump on them. And even though it wasn't in the first game, you can do that skid and jump with the circle button. Well, you can skid and do the crawling. And then if you want to do the skid and jump, you can do that. But that wasn't in the first game. That was only in the second and third. And
They
onwards.
incorporated it. I'm not doing the time.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and they also changed the remaster so that you can have you can play as Coco. So I could have set you up playing Coco for this one, which would make it weird whenever we get the bonus level for this one, because no one's really sure who that character was in the first one, because it was like Crash's girlfriend, and then it changed to his sister by the second and third games. So it's like, I don't know. It's a weird, and people think Kingdom Hearts is a complicated lore. I'm more concerned about a Bandicoot wearing pants and magic tiki masks and who am I kidding? Kingdom Hearts is the most confusing lore out of any video game, except for any video game made by Hideo Kojima. Maybe that should be a thing. Maybe we should do
get past that.
Maybe we should do a Halloween video and we play spooky games. What do you think? Because you always called me. Well, I always was a weenie.
Ah,
I still am a weenie.
he's my Halloween.
Yeah. I don't do spooky things, but some friends of mine, looking at you, Joe and Biscuit, convinced me to go to 2 haunted houses at this point and watch some spooky movies with them. spooky movie. But so yeah, maybe we'll play some spooky game. Do you want to tell the embarrassing story about the spooky incident in Georgia?
Pub crawls are hilarious when you take your 14-year-old son who is so afraid.
Well, hang on. Let's set this up, okay? Whenever we go on vacations, we like to try to find ghost tours because we like, hearing about the spooky and maybe haunted history of different areas and places that we go to. Our favorite is always Williamsburg, yeah, which we haven't been to in years. We need to go back there sometime.
Go to Williamsburg.
That could even just be a weekend trip, really.
Yeah.
Summer weekend trip to Virginia?
Yeah. We gotta save pennies.
Yeah.
Because we're going to Disney!
Oh, yeah, we're going... Okay.
Look, I made it!
So, no Virginia this year.
No Virginia. But
And we'll
anyway,
talk about New York later.
we go on this pub crawl.
So, we were going on a cruise with our family. All the family.
Cousins.
Cousins, aunts, great aunts, uncles, the whole Italian crew.
On an Italian cruise line.
And on an Italian cruise line, not that particular ship, but that particular cruise line would become infamous because they sank a ship off the coast of Italy. The captain was showboating. Pun intended. But anyways, so we stopped in Georgia overnight, and we were like, well, is there anything fun that we could do for the short time that we're here? So we were looking for ghost tours, but we found one that was a pub crawl. So it was just taking you around to all the different bars and pubs of Savannah. It was Savannah? Savannah, Georgia. And, just talking about their haunted histories and everything like that. And now you can take it from here.
Oh! Well, we go through a couple of them, and he's pretty good. No problem. Then we get to this one where someone comes upstairs.
Well, hang on. You got to set up the story.
So we walk up into this bar, and they said this room to our right had a lot of...
They said that paranormal researchers had detected that the room was filled with 100 spirits.
Over
100 spirits. And in the center of it all was a malevolent, dark spirit.
Very dark.
Very dark. And this guy's setting up the story. It's spooky. It's creepy because we're not even in the bar anymore. We're in the bar's attic at this point. And it's, it's a bar attic. It's unfinished because, no one goes up there. It's mostly storage and just, structural things.
They had cases of wine, a lot of spirits upstairs.
Yeah, there were spirits aplenty on that bar crawl. But anyways, continue.
So they're talking about how haunted this is, and one of the guys comes up looking for a case of wine, shuts off the lights. Certain little Noah, he was taller than me.
I was 14 at that point.
Grabs me by the jacket and won't let go. And he goes, ugh. And I'm like, you can let Mama go. And he's like, nope, not gonna do it. And I'm like, you can let Mama go now. And he's like, nope, not gonna do it. And he held on to me for
two more bars. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't do well with spooky booze, or spooky stuff at a booze place. You could definitely call that spooky booze. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll revisit the idea around Halloween if we want to do a Halloween video.
Do I have to go back and do the other one?
Don't.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Those were the 10 boxes in that.
That was the 10 boxes on that precarious pit of death. Let me see what my other questions were. Okay, so pre my history, you and Dad were and are, gamers. So what games did you guys... Is this the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. So what games did you guys like before, during, and now?
Well,
Before me, during me, and now.
when your father and I were dating in high school, we would go to... They had an arcade there. And videos were 8-bit arcade games. I don't even think they were 8-bit.
No, they were probably 8-bit.
Alright, they were like...
Maybe.
Pac-Man, Space Invaders. My favorite was Centipede and Frogger.
And the original Frogger, not the Frogger that you came to have issue with.
Yeah, that one was just... Yeah.
We'll come back to that one later.
But I enjoyed playing Centipede and Frogger. That was before, like I said, all the fancy new games came out. And then all of a sudden they brought out Dragon's Lair, which was the first...
Oh, is that the Don Bluth naughty one?
I think so.
That was like the first time censors were like, we can't have titty physics in games.
Yeah, no, that's not a good thing for, impressionable young kids.
Yeah.
Spending their quarters.
Spending their quarters, yeah.
So, then I think I talked your dad into buying me a Game Boy, and it played Tetris, so I was way into Tetris when everybody was into Tetris.
Yeah.
And I think shortly before you were born, we bought an Super NES.
Yeah, Super
and,
Nintendo, yeah. I love that thing. Oh,
one
what
of
was
our
the
favorite
7-Up game?
It was Cool Spot.
Cool Spot. That was my favorite.
And we'd play Cool Spot, or we'd play... I think we had a Star Wars one.
We had all the Star Wars ones, except for Return of the Jedi, which I eventually bought at GameStop, back when GameStop still sold,
Whoa! Mom's
old
not
games.
good at this. See?
It's okay. So speaking of the Super Nintendo, on behalf of my many friends, I allegedly have a bone to pick with you.
Uh-oh.
So we had every iteration of the Game Boy. We had the Super Nintendo, but we would never own another Nintendo console in this household until the Wii and the Wii U.
You owned the Wii U.
Well, yeah, I own the Wii U, and then I sold the Wii U, and now we can't play Animal Crossing anymore.
Animal
I feel
Crossing.
like such a bad son. I sold our favorite game. And Drift hasn't been in an Animal Crossing since that one.
Yeah.
I looked it up. I'm ticked. They need to put Drift back in Animal. They need to put him in the new one that's coming out for the Switch. And I will buy a Switch so that we can play the new Animal Crossing game. But not just for that. I've had too many consoles that have been just single game machines. But anyways, so you guys, instead of doing the N64 and the GameCube, which sadly deprived me of a Mario and Legend of Zelda filled childhood, and Sonic, allegedly.
No, Sonic was Sega.
Well, yeah, but then Nintendo bought Sega.
Oops. Right down.
Right now. You got it, I believe in you. So anyways, so what made you guys want to get the PlayStation?
It was a gift from your Aunt Angela.
Okay.
It was our first DVD player.
Well, not the PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 2 was a DVD player. PlayStation 1 just played games.
Oh, I don't remember. Oops. See, now I get distracted.
See, this is the
remember.
YouTube life. You got to figure out how to play and commentate at the same time.
But the PlayStation... I don't remember why... No, we didn't have... Did we have PlayStation 1?
Yeah, we had PlayStation 1. We had the thick old gray boy. And we had all the demo discs.
Oh, I
the,
like Jersey Devil. That was an
I've got
interesting
that over there.
game.
I rebought it because I needed to play it again.
That was an awesome game.
I'll hook up the PlayStation 3 sometime and we can play Jersey Devil. But we never bought Jersey Devil because you and Dad, back in the early 90s, early 2000s, were a bit caught up in the satanic panic.
Oh, well, that's because Mom did a lot of strange stuff and oops.
Just
missed
it.
it. Mom was into a lot of crazy stuff in high school before she started dating your dad, and one of her high school friends got her into Ozzy Osbourne, and
Was that when he was biting heads off of bats?
yeah, that's back in the day when that was actually a mistake. He didn't think that was a real bat.
Yeah.
He thought it was a rubber bat. But that's beside the point.
Yeah.
I was listening to that, and I was listening to Rush and all sorts of good music, and I got out of it because all of a sudden my brother-in-law got involved. Your Uncle Jonathan got involved in Christian music, and then we started attending Christian concerts as opposed to other
hair metal concerts.
And
Which
actually,
we just came
to
back
be
from.
honest with you, the first hair metal concert I went to was actually Firehouse concert in September.
Yeah, that was a good concert.
Good concert.
You also went to see Paul McCartney.
Well, to be honest with you, here, you play for a while.
Okay.
That one year, I saw a lot of interesting concerts. We saw Paul McCartney. That was the highlight of my concert days back then. And before we saw that, we saw Ringo's All Stars. We saw Julian Lennon play his album Velout. I think his opening act, or Ringo Starr's opening act, was a juggler, and he was a guy, and he gets up before the audience and he goes, "A man and his balls before hundreds." And that was one of the most interesting opening acts I think I saw. And then I went with Michelle, and I saw the Red Rocker, Sammy Hagar, and that was an awesome concert. I've never seen somebody so devoted to playing that they didn't take a break. And he was that way. He had to give his band a break, but he didn't take a break. Sat out there playing and singing and passing out Cabo Wabo tequila.
Oh, jeez.
So the audience in the front were getting pretty toasted.
Yeah, I imagine.
But that was a good concert. And then I recently saw Firehouse, and I've recently seen...
Well, we recently saw Firehouse. Then you saw Firehouse and Winger and Trans-Siberian within a week of each other.
Within a few days of each other.
Yeah.
Trans-Siberian was awesome. It really was. And yes, that is truly a hair band.
No, yeah. Because number one, they never cut their hair. Number two... because of the genre of music that they play, even though it's instrumental and border classical.
Amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, so
yeah, we are kind of all over the place.
Well, I mean that's how it all goes down. I forgot what started it. Oh, Satanic Panic.
Yeah.
So yeah, we never got Jersey Devil, but yeah, no, we had the PlayStation 1, and then from there we were just a PlayStation household, PlayStation for life.
Yeah, my friends say I'm missing out by not having the
Switch.
No.
The Xbox?
Xbox, yeah. I'm like, I don't think so. I think this has a better availability of titles. I think with Xbox you're limited on some of your titles.
Well, I mean, every console has, exclusives. Even PC's getting that way. I've got like 5 different game launchers because they all have exclusives. But let's see, Turtlewoods. But yeah, so we were PlayStation household, and through that, you found Crash, Dad found Spyro.
Well, I think I found Spyro, but he's the one who really can play Spyro.
Yeah. And you're more Crash Bandicoot.
I just like Crash Bandicoot.
And then there was, Sly Cooper, and then I've got my tattoo of the 3, and then Kingdom Hearts! Oh, and Jak and Daxter. Can't forget Jak and Daxter.
You can't forget Gex.
Gex.
Don't drink the water at Jerry Garcia's house.
Note to self, don't drink tap water at Jerry Garcia's house. No, I wanted the pit here and the pendulum there. Oh my god, what a crazy game. So they had all the Gexes available on the PlayStation Store for PlayStation 3 only. So I bought all the Gexes. Gex 1 and 2, clearly the best, but, Gex 3 was just awful.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever got to play Gex 3, because we had 2, and I had to borrow 1 from Aunt Angela.
No, we had Gex 1 too.
Did we have Gex 1?
Yeah.
Was it before or after I absconded with it from my aunt?
I don't know.
Because I remember that's how I ended up with a couple of games. I got Blazing Dragons that way. That was a good game. Gosh. Shit.
Nitro boxes.
Yeah, I know. That's not just shoes and eyeballs. That's nothing. Or no, wait. Is Nitro shoes and underwear? Eyeballs and underwear. No, well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, what other questions do I have on here? Okay, we did that one. So, okay, this one's a little bit more simpler, but, more simple. How do you feel about the Crash Bandicoot remaster as opposed to the original?
It looks a little more fluid.
Well, a lot of people had issues with it when it first came out because, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that one. People had issues with it when it first came out because the original Crash Bandicoot, as I'm not sure how familiar you are with like video game design, but the early polygon method, or the polygons for the level design would allow you to kind of cheat being on edges a little bit more than, so, if you just barely landed on here, it would still count, or,
Yeah.
And with this one, they definitely cleaned it up more, so you don't have that protection anymore. I know I have a tiki mask, but still, I don't want to move. Okay, so yeah, people were a little bit upset with that. Yeah, I'm gonna lose all my lives on the bonus level, aren't I? But yeah, how do you think it felt when you were playing it?
Well, considering I haven't played it in forever, it felt okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a definite difference in how your leeway in the game.
Yeah. Just move on. You don't know how hard it is not to just swear with your mom sitting right here. I mean, we're fine with it, but at the same time, it's like...
Should I wash your mouth out with soap now or later?
Thank God you never actually did that. Alright, I'm just getting out of here. To heck with it all. Go. So going back to video games, I think one of my favorite video game memories with all of us was that period of time we were all playing Wizard 101.
Wizard 101. I think your dad tried to play that the other day on the computer.
Yeah, I don't remember any of our account logins, so I think we've lost our characters, which is sad because we had some pretty good stuff. We had like...
I was a healer.
Yeah, you...
Everybody wanted to be my buddy.
Yeah, everyone wanted to be on their team. Because, I mean, that's... Did I ask you? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of sneakily made you be the healer, cause me and Dad, I was a pyromancer, Dad was a necromancer. You know, I do more damage per second. He does damage over time, so we needed someone who could do some healing to cover our butts, because that's why we didn't. That's why we were we sucked so bad at that game. But you were actually a really good healer. You understood how to play that game.
It was a good game.
Until they screwed up the later levels and the extra expansions with all the cheating mechanics.
Yeah, and the kids some of the kids or adults were getting a little too...
Yeah, do you want to have hex?
Yeah, I just... Not that I'm...
But still,
I'm not a prude, but I feel that if a kid wants to play a game, that they should be able to play a game, because it was pointed more to kids, I think, than adults.
Yeah.
And, it gives them not a good place to play.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if people don't agree with me, but...
No, it's fine.
I feel that...
I mean, moderation and, like, chat for, like, videos or live videos or video games is always, like, every game designer's worst nightmare, because it's like, well, how do you keep the environment safe for everyone, And I mean, you weren't allowed to say certain phrases in that game, but people would use, do you want to have hex?
They find a way to get around it, and and then you find characters stacked up on each other in corners, and it was just like, this isn't what this is about.
My favorite moment, though, of like just weird people in that game, trying not to get killed, was God, this one guy. It was when we were doing the final boss fight, and he was our fourth, because we didn't have like a fourth person, and they were just like not really helpful, but we were still somehow able to like beat the final boss of like the main story quest. And then, like I said, all the expansions and everything got ridiculous, because they gave the things that you were fighting a cheat mechanic, so that it could be like, oh, you're gonna play this? Well, It basically turned it into like Magic the Gathering a little bit, where it had like counter spells and like interrupts and things like that, and it was kind of dumb.
I think it was just fun in the beginning, and then I think we just outgrew it.
Yeah.
If you can outgrow something when you're an adult, but
Yeah.
It was definitely interesting, and then you go back and you play the beginning rules, and these noobs.
No.
I'm good.
Okay.
These noobs would come up and they'd want you to, because they saw your level was so high, they're like, heal me, and it's like, okay, poof, you're healed.
You're healed. And me being
they'd all want to get into, whatever you were doing. They'd want to be there with you.
Yeah. Because basically they wanted you to carry them through their low-level stuff.
Yeah.
Which, for certain things it was fine, because, some of those dungeons, were either fun to do or had really good gear. Like, I forget that one in the... it's not in the death school, but it's in, like, the major death area. I forget what the boss was, but there was just this one boss that me and Dad would do all the time, and people would just be like, hey, I need help, and we'd be like, yeah, sure. Because we were trying to get loot.
Yeah, whenever you could collect extra loot, that was fun. Going back and just earning extra, that's when I would see things that I didn't like. All these young noobs in there, and then you'd have a bunch of people that would be like, oh, this person is and you're like, this isn't what this game is supposed to be, people. It's just supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
And when people take things too seriously on the games, it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to think of other, like, gaming stuff or stuff that, like, led us to, like, this moment.
Supporting your Kingdom Hearts habit. Your friends still think that you made me put those stickers on my car.
Yeah. So why did you guys continue to enable my Kingdom Hearts habit? Like, for example, you guys bought me a PSP solely so I could have Birth by Sleep on that thing. I never played any other game on that thing except for Birth by Sleep, which then later would be re-released 1,000,001 times, but...
Well, who knew
we didn't
that
know
was
that
going to
then.
happen?
Yeah.
Because you enjoyed the game, and it was Disney.
And it was
it's Disney.
We're Disney freaks.
We are fun freaks.
Yeah. So, why do I keep doing that? I'm still doing Kingdom Hearts controls where I think circle is jump.
Shoes and eyeballs.
Yep, there we go. Shoes and eyeballs. Actually, you know what? That would probably almost be a good place to end it. We got what we came for. Shoes and eyeballs. Unless there's anything else you think we could talk.
Might want to, and yeah.
Yeah, keep some shred of dignity left. So, thank you all for watching. If you liked it, let us know. Like and comment down below. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you think that we should do something like this again, maybe with the other guys' family, or if you think I should do a Father's Day video, or anything like that. Like, I've already got a Father's Day video lined up. We're gonna do Spyro. But yeah, so I thought this was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get to see what I do when I'm all locked in here for hours on end.
What are you doing in there?
Yeah. I think
What's the line from Young Frankenstein? What are you doing in the bathroom all that time?
What are you doing in the bathroom day and night? Why don't you get out of there and give someone else a chance? Yeah. So anyways, thank you all for watching. I will see you nerds next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Well, this was fun.